Okay, thank you for joining iTWire's continuing series of interviews with top IT executives. Joining us today is Greg Huebner. He is the Manager of Professional Services, APAC, for Perceptive Software. Welcome, Greg.
Thank you.
Okay, now please give us a bit of a condensed version of Perceptive's history, and then tell us what Perceptive does today and what your key priorities are in the Australian market.
Yep, sure. So Perceptive was formed in the mid-1990s as a private organization, primarily as a document management archive storage application for enterprise customers. It's expanded to workflow management and records management, and through several additional acquisitions based on the financial backing of Lexmark, about a number of 10 total, we've actually become a full enterprise content management application.
So what are you doing today? I mean, obviously that's where you started, and technology's evolved a long way since those early days of green screens and all the rest.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So now we're trying to move everything forward into the 21st century. So we took it from the standpoint of not trying to build everything ourselves. We actually tried to partner and then acquire some key technologies to really round out our ECM platform. Some of those being intelligent data capture, as well as enterprise search, business process management, and several other key acquisitions related to the healthcare industry, such as vendor-neutral archiving for a single silo of data storage for healthcare.
Sure, well, we'll come to that, some of those challenges your customers face, but so your key priorities for the Australian market?
The ability to serve up any content from within any application that an end user is currently working within. For example, being able to serve up information from within an enterprise resource planning application or from another HR system and so on, really tailored to the end user's use of that application at that point in time. Sure,
and so what are the kinds of challenges you're seeing from your customers? What industries are those customers in? And tell us about the recently announced Gmail apps, Google Apps connection.
Yep, absolutely. So really trying to focus in on some key vertical areas, as well as spread across our back office solutions, primarily around finance automation, as well as HR processing for human resources, recruiting, and
well, one of those things we were going to talk about as well was accounts payable.
Accounts payable, exactly. Yeah. So for accounts payable, we want to take the information that's trapped on a document itself, on a paper invoice, or maybe even on an email, if an enterprise has advanced to that level, and being able to extract that information, match it against information that's already stored in an ERP application, and automatically process it if it's a 100% match. The end goal is to reduce down processing time for accounts payable clerks and staff.
Yeah, so the Gmail apps connection, you were saying, enterprises, I mean, they've all got email, but clearly, people are receiving invoices into Gmail. Previously was all of a manual process for people. So what's the sort of the short version of what that recent announcement is?
Yes, so the ability for, currently invoices come in, they can come in to almost anybody in the organization. Yeah. We've tried to take a stance to centralize it, but some organizations find that very difficult. So if an organization does use Gmail or Outlook, for another example of another technology we have an integration with, they can actually add that document directly into the workflow and kick off the process of that automation right from their own personal email account.
Sure. Now you mentioned before healthcare, and you've got insurance and other sectors. What are some of the other challenges there?
Within healthcare, it's really siloed information. So we have a lot of disparate modalities and PAC systems that all have their own data repository, and our goal with a vendor-neutral archive is to consolidate all that information, store it in one single viewpoint for that physician. Within insurance organizations, obviously fraud is a huge issue, and so we want to be able to take all that data and actually run our enterprise search application across that and try to find out where commonalities align. One such insurer was able to find out that a certain family or group of family members was actually collecting insurance checks based on a certain amount of, or a certain time when the bus driver, it was the same bus driver, it was the same time, the same route, and they were all collecting insurance checks at from that over a period of months.
Right. I mean, it's got nothing to do with it, but it made me sort of think, is this family called the Sopranos or something?
Yes, exactly.
But yeah, well, I mean, these are the kinds of things that there's basically big data, and the analysis of it helps you to uncover.
Yeah, absolutely. We don't call ourselves big data, but we definitely try to complement those systems by extracting the information that can support that further, deeper analysis.
Sure, sure. Now, Perceptive acquired about 3 years ago the Australian search technology ISIS,
Yes.
which clearly these days is not a name that you want to have, and it's obviously been changed now to Perceptive Search. Yep. So, how has Perceptive and Lexmark improved on it over that time? Clearly, it was a successful integration, but what are some of the little things you've done to really improve it?
Yes, Lexmark's financial backing has really allowed R&D resources to expand. Not only the core enterprise search technology, but as well as some of the other applications around it, like document filters. So document filters provides the ability to serve up the content of any application, so you think Word or PDF or CAD or anything like that, within the view of a browser. So it makes it very simple, very accessible, but yet all the common security constraints still apply. So if it's locked down in a network repository or in another content management system, a user may or may not be able to access that content.
And any other little things you can think of that has been done to improve ISIS?
Just really being able to expand the R&D efforts and bring forward a lot of technology or features that would have been years away, but now they've actually been able to be brought forward and used in today's application. Some very big things on the performance side to actually make the searches faster, take advantage of new architectures that are coming out in the marketplace.
I know this is all enterprise, but from a consumer's perspective, this almost sounds like a hyper, super enterprise-enabled version of Paperport and OmniPage, all together.
Yes.
I mean, those are the consumer versions. People
Absolutely.
use those.
Yeah, very similar from a consumer standpoint. Yes, but we really try to take it from a semi-structured and unstructured standpoint. So if you think of a database having very column and row tabled, very structured information, such as an ERP application. We try to take it from not only invoices, but also just contracts or resumes, and being able to find commonalities around that data and present it back to that enterprise user.
Sure. Now, what will Perceptive and the process of content management, look like in 12 months or even 5 years?
Yeah, that's a heck of a good question. In 12 months' time, we should have integrated our latest acquisition, ReadSoft, from a financial automation standpoint, and that will really be a big game changer in the marketplace, from being able to have the best extraction capabilities as well as some really great technologies integrating with SAP and Oracle. And that's just within 12 months. Within a broader time frame, almost anything's on the table, I think. I know that we're working on some newer technologies where we can, our Evolution platform that enables app developers, essentially, or website developers, to actually kind of build a custom view of the information within that organization.
And do you have any final messages for iTWire readers and for your current and potential customers?
Yes. Don't live vicariously. I meet a lot of customers and potential customers, and they go through the process. They meet 1, 3, 6 vendors, and they think that yes, we can do it all and everything, and then the ball stops rolling. So just continue through the process. It will be painful. Change management is necessary, but at the end result is going to be extremely beneficial for those organizations.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.